All right. Good evening, guys. My name is James from Varsity Unlimited Tutors. So what I'm simply going to do right now is I'm going to mute all of you so that you can allow me to just speak a little bit, and then I will unmute you, and then you can make your comments and we can do a discussion. So like I said, my name is James from Varsity Unlimited Tutors. Varsity Unlimited Tutors is a group of tutors who specialize in assisting students with their education. Right. So what we do is we have tutorials and we have got classes that we do for students. We cover students that are doing their first year studies, that are doing their diplomas, that are doing their postgrad, and that are doing also their MBA and honor studies. So those are the areas that we specialize in, mainly commercial subjects and law. So that is what we usually cover. So we have got a number of tutors that we have that cover a lot of different subjects. But today I'm mainly going to focus on those of you that are doing your MBA studies, that are doing your honor studies, and that are doing postgraduate diploma in business management and in project management. So those are the ones that I'm going to focus on for today. All right. So off the bat, I just want to highlight that I am a private tutor. I am not a lecturer from your university. So this is just for those of you that are interested in some extra studies, that are interested in some extra help, specifically dealing with your assignments, with your preparation for your exams and etc. So I am a private tutor. Please take note of that in case maybe you logged in thinking that this is a lecture from your university. It is not. I just want to highlight that off the bat. Then secondly, just as a little bit of a background information, in case maybe you are just joining the university right now and you don't really have a clue, I just want to highlight the scope of what we're trying to do. So at your university, you're expected to complete 3 assessments. You're expected to complete a case study assessment, you're expected to complete a project assessment, and you're expected to complete an exam. So you've got 3 assessments that you are supposed to complete. The first assessment, which is a case study assessment, there are about 4 or 5 questions that you're supposed to answer. Each question is 20 to 25 marks each. In total, the full assignment is around 5,000 words to 6,000 words that you're supposed to write, and you're supposed to use Harvard referencing and provide about 15 references to show where you got your information from. So usually it's in the form of a case study, which you're supposed to analyze and present your solutions from the case study and from your own research and from the notes that your lecturer has provided you, and they're expected to get at least 50 out of 100. Then the second assignment is going to be a project assignment. A project assignment is you get a question where you are supposed to implement theory that you have learned from the study guide into an existing business or into where you are currently working. So that is your project assignment. And also it's around 5,000 to 6,000 words and about 15 references. Right. And then at the end of the semester, you're going to attend to an exam, which is about 8 hours long. It will be essay type questions, which means there are essays that you have to type online, and there will be an invigilation that will be there. There will be a camera that will be looking at you while you're writing. Right. So there will be an invigilation that will be there. So for each and every assessment, you are expected to get at least 50 out of 100. Take note of that. For each and every assessment, you're expected to get at least 50 out of 100. Failure to pass an assignment means that you either they will give you a second chance to do the assignment, or you are going to have to re-register if you fail on your second chance. So you are given like a second chance to submit the assignment. If you fail on the second chance, then it means you have to redo the entire module. So just take note of that. It's very, very important because, you know, you have registered for this module, you have paid, I don't know what your fees is. So if you have to re-register, it means you have to repay the fees again. So that's something that you do not want to do. So please make sure that each assignment that you do, you at least get a 50 out of 100. If you fail to get a 50 out of 100, resubmit the assignment. Otherwise, if you fail to resubmit it, you have to redo the whole module. I believe you are given about 5 to 10 days, if I'm not mistaken, to resubmit your assignments. That's number one. Then number two is you are supposed to submit these assignments on specific due dates. And if you fail to submit them on those due dates, you are going again, you automatically fail your module. You automatically fail your module. So if you check in your program handbook, you are provided the due dates already. The first due date, if I'm not mistaken, for all of you guys is going to be 9 September. Whether you are doing honors, whether you're doing postgraduate diploma in business management, whether you're doing postgraduate diploma in risk management or in project management, or you're doing your MBA, I believe that the first assignment is going to be due on the 9th of September. Then the second one, 13 September, 20 September, 25 September, and then the second group of assignments are due in October. So you can see that these due dates are really, really close by, which means that if you don't start doing your assignments right now, you're going to have a problem because you might not be able to meet this deadline. Remember, each assignment is about 6,000 words, 5,000 to 6,000 words, which you have to type, which means that that's a lot of work that you need to really go through before you submit the assignment. So because of that, it means you need to start early so that by the time you get to the 9th of September, at least you can have maybe 2 assignments already done by the time you get to the 13th of September, and so forth. Right. So those are the due dates. You can get these due dates in your study guide for the module, for the degree that you are you're doing. But in short, there are 3 assessments: a case study, a project, and an online exam that you're supposed to complete at the end of the semester. Now, before I talk about how I can assist you myself as James and my team of tutors, are there any questions so far on what we've just talked about? Just the generic information that I've highlighted. Are there any questions on this before I talk about how I can assist as James and my team? Is there any pertinent question? I think all is clear. That's fine. So let's talk about where I come in, why I called for this meeting, right? So, like I said, I'm a private tutor, right? So what we do is we assist students in terms of what can they do to pass their assignments. So what we do is for each and every module that you guys are doing, we conduct a class on the assignments. So each module, remember, it has 2 assignments and an exam. So we conduct a class for the case study assignment. We are also going to conduct a class for the project assignment, right? So this class that we conduct, we actually go through the case study that you guys are supposed to have. So just as an example, I sent you guys some videos in your groups. You can go through the videos. The videos are examples of past exam papers and case studies that we have gone through in the past. The reason why I've sent those videos is so that you can see how we do it, so that if you're not interested, then you know, look, James, this is not for me, I'll do it myself. But if you are interested, then you can see the nature of what we do. So one of the videos will be for a past exam paper. The other video will be for a past assignment that we've done. You can just quickly go through it in your spare time for you to make a decision. But in short, on the day of the class, we'll come to a class. For example, this is our organizational behavior, right? I would encourage you all, you read the case study before the class. Then on the day of the class, there are 4 questions there. I will go through each and every question and highlight to you. Can you please make sure that you're muted, please? I will go through each and every question and then highlight the key points for that particular question. So for example, if I'm saying question number 4, which says critically discuss the extent to which various management theories are evident in the case study, I'll then highlight to you, okay, the management theories that are evident in this case study is the scientific management theory, right? Is the behavioral management theory, right? Is this administrative management theory? And then I'll highlight, why did I say the scientific management theory is relevant to this case study? Why did I say the administrative management theory is relevant to this case study? I explain those particular points. Then after the lecture is done, after the explanations have been conducted, I will send two things. I will send you the video of the lecture that we have conducted, and I'll also send you a sample solution of how I would have answered that particular question. Now, you cannot submit my sample answer. That is plagiarism. Remember, let's say that there are 10 of you in the class. You cannot submit my answer. That is plagiarism. The sample solution is there to give you an overview of how I would have answered it in line with the discussion that we have done in the class. Your responsibility as a student is to take the notes that we discussed from the class, to take the sample assignment that I've provided you, and then you write your own solution based on those things. You can add extra material from what we discussed in the class. You can remove material that you did not like from what we've discussed in the class. What I've basically done for you is I have done the research so that you don't spend hours and hours of time trying to find what exactly is this lecture talking about? What do I need to include in this assignment? I have done that part for you. What you now need to do is to structure your solution in your own unique way, using your own words, and then submit that solution at the end of the what? At the end of the day. So we do that for each and every one of your assignments. And this is not my first time doing this. We have been doing this for a while. I think the biggest class that we have had, I think last semester, we had I think it was Information Knowledge Management, IKM, where we had about I think there were 62 students that were in that class for IKM, which we did. And they passed quite well. They passed very, very well for that assignment. There were no issues with plagiarism and whatnot because they followed the instructions that we had told them that do not submit our sample solution. Use it as a guideline, as in these are the main points that you need to write. And then you retype everything in your own words. You add a couple of examples, practical examples from your own workplace and etc. And then you're good to what? You're good to go. So that's the benefit that you'll be getting. So the cost is going to be 500 for each assignment class that we do. So this means you're going to get the class, you're going to get the recording, and you're going to get the sample solution or the memo from the class that we've done. Then in addition to that, you will also get extra recordings. These recordings, we are not going to send them now. We are most likely going to send them later on after we are done with the assignment so that we don't confuse each other, right? These recordings are from last year. So last year, 2023, 2022, 2020, because we've been doing these classes for a while, 2019 and etc. So we'll send you some of these recordings from the previous assignments that we've done with other students, and also recordings from past exam paper classes that we've done with other students. These will then help you to prepare for the exam, because some of those questions that we've done in the past will be in your examination, because your lecturer sometimes he can pick questions from past assignments or from past exams when he does his exams. So these will help you in terms of exam preparation. So if you want both the case study and the project, that's 2, which means that's 1,000 Rand. If you want for all 4 modules, that means that is 4,000 Rand. You don't need to pay the 4,000 Rand right now. You can pay it in installments. You just have to talk to me, send me a message, James, I want to do this. These are the installments that I propose I can afford to pay, and then we can what? We can go ahead. Take note of the following, right? Where I said not included, right? So within this cost, we are not having like weekly lessons where we go through your study module. The reason why I'm saying this is I know some of you guys, I was with you when you did your first year. I was with you when we did advanced diploma for your diploma, and we were doing weekly lessons where we met every Tuesday, and we did all of the the study guide and whatnot. We are not doing that. Take note of that. There are no weekly tutorials for the study module, right? And then also, we are not having live exam preparation classes. If you want live exam preparation classes, what we usually do is towards the exam, that is in November, at an extra cost of 250, we can host some exam preparation classes for you, maybe 2 or 3 classes for each module. We can host these towards the end of the semester, but that will be an extra cost. For now, you are paying for the assignment, and you are also getting extra videos in addition to the what? To the assignment. So that is the cost of the assistance that I am offering. Now, when is this assistance coming, James? Maybe that's your next question. So for those that are doing MBA, this is the timetable. You can take a screenshot. You can send me a message afterwards if you're interested. I'll also send it in the group. Right. So this is the timetable for those that are doing MBA. So you can see this coming Friday, we're going to be doing the managerial economics assignment. And then on Sunday, we're going to be doing IKM assignment. Next week on Thursday and Friday, we're going to do strategic marketing. These are 2 classes, but you are basically paying one. You're just paying 500, but it's like on the first day, we may do question 1 and 2, and then on the second day, we may do question 3 and 4. I've done it like that because these ones usually, they take a little bit more time for us to complete. That is why there are 2 days. Even managerial economics, we might ask you guys to also meet maybe on Saturday evening if we do not finish on Friday. So if we are supposed to host a class and then we don't finish that class, we can ask you guys, can we meet maybe the next day? Or alternatively, sometimes we can send you a recording. A recording of the questions that we did not complete on that particular day. And then you can see there's also dates in October. So those ones in October are for the projects. Remember, the projects are due in October. So the dates that you see there for October are for the projects, right? And then we've got our business management class. For those that are doing business management, we're starting on Thursday, 21 August. Those are your dates. Thursday, we're going to do organizational behavior. Sunday next week, we're doing IKM. Thursday, 29 August, we're doing operations and etc. And then also, you've got your October dates, right? And then we've got BBA honors class. Again, BBA honors, we're actually starting tomorrow. For those that are doing honors, we're starting tomorrow on Monday. So we've got a class tomorrow, 19 August on Monday, right? And then those that are doing project management, we're starting on Tuesday. 20 August, we've got a class there for advanced project management, right? So some of these dates, if they are not agreeable with the students, specifically who have paid, we can always amend them, because it also, we want you to be available. So if you say, look, James, on this day, Mankosa has given us a specific class, I don't think we can attend on this day, we can move it to the next day or something like that. That's something that we also, or let's say, for example, you're looking, saying, James, I can see that the project class for this one is scheduled for 10 October, but I think it's a bit too late. Can we not move it earlier? We can also try to accommodate you guys and do that. This is just a provisional timetable based on what we believe when we are available for specific things, but we can always change around some of the things to accommodate everyone. Then if you cannot attend a class, or if you cannot attend any of the meetings that we do, all of them are recorded. All of them are going to be recorded. So you do not need to worry. If, let's say, you've got a meeting at work, or it's month end or something like that, all of the classes are recorded, so you can always get the recording. You can always get the sample. So please save my number. That's my number over there, 0713 My name is James Gerald Nube. You can save my number. You can contact me. If I do not answer you, it just means that I might be busy at that particular point in time. Please be patient. Other courses such as risk management, information technology management, where I have not indicated anything about the lessons, you can contact me. We can see how we can help each other out. So before I open it up for questions, in addition to classes, because we are also tutors, we like money like everyone else. If you want one-on-one assistance and you're like, I don't want the classes, James, I just want one-on-one assistance, give me a call. We can discuss and we can see how we can help each other out, right? That is for those that want one-on-one and say, I don't really think I can manage the issues of the classes. But I usually recommend the classes more, because at least if you attend the classes, you also are benefiting. You learn how to do these things yourself. But if you don't want them, you are free to give me a call, and then we can discuss how we can do things on a one-on-one basis. So I believe I have covered everything that I can cover. I am open to the questions that you guys want to ask. I see I'm gonna look at the chat here, but you can also unmute yourself and ask a question if you have. Someone says, James, you mentioned 15 references needed per assignment. Please elaborate on that one. It says that we need at least 10 references. Yes, it's 10 to 15 references. It's a typo on myself. It's 10 to 15 references for each assignment. My apologies for that. It's 10 to 15 references for each assignment, not 15. It's I think it's a typo on my slides there. It's 10 to 15 references. So references, you use Harvard referencing. That's the method that your university prefers. Harvard referencing is the method that your university prefers, and they prefer you guys use textbooks and journal articles. I believe I've answered that person. Any other questions for me? Any other questions for me?
Hi, James.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. Are you?
I'm good, thanks. I don't understand here this part. I've just joined, so I see there's 500 for assignment, and in brackets there's 1,000 rand for what I don't understand that part. 1,000 rand
There
per
are
each
2
module.
assignments in each module. So if you are joining, if you want both the case study and the project, which means it's 500 plus 500, which gives you 1,000.
Oh, okay, I
Yes.
understand.
Then also,
Thank you
I'm
so
going to
much.
send a recording of this video afterwards. If you are just joining, please make sure that you watch this recording so that you can get everything that I talked about. I'll also send a recording of this video afterwards.
Oh,
Okay.
thank you so much.
Question?
Mr. James,
Yes, go ahead.
how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. So, you talk about 500 to 600 weights per
5,000,
assessment. So I just want to know.
6,000.
Oh, 5,000 to 6,000.
Yes.
So how many pages are we looking at if you talk about 5,000 to 6,000?
That's around 15 to 20 pages.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's around 15 to 20 pages for each assignment.
Okay, thanks for that.
The spacing is 1,5 and the font is Arial or Times Roman. So it comes out to around 15 to 20 pages for each assignment.
Okay, thank you.
Sure. All right, let's see what other questions are in my chat box. Someone says timetable for business management. That's the one that I'm displaying for the one that wanted the timetable for business, postgraduate diploma in business management. That's the one that I'm currently displaying right now. And then someone says, let's see, you mentioned live videos during exams. What do you mean? Are we going to switch on? Oh, okay. All right. From Lindo Ushle, is talking about the invigilation. So Mancosa recently introduced invigilation. So invigilation, what they are doing is that I'm not sure if this is now 100% there because they introduced it in July. The students that wrote exams in July, they had cameras. It means they had to switch on their camera whilst they were writing the exams. So that's what I'm talking about when I talked about invigilation during the exams. So if they succeeded, it means they're going to implement it in November. If they did not succeed, maybe they will cancel it. But the students that actually wrote in July, mid-July, they actually wrote under invigilation. Right. Then someone says here, hi, James, I hear you said 250 extra for exam prep. Do you only cover previous exam papers or you help us during? Oh, that's for previous exam papers. The 250 exam prep that I was talking about, that's for previous exam papers where we go through previous exam papers. If you want assistance during the exam, call me. I can't talk about it here. Just call me. Then someone says, James, thanks for your support offered. I would like to check if I have started on the assignment, does the 500 include time-to-time consultation to ensure that the assignment is perfect? Now, this is a very, very tricky question right? This is a very, but I'll answer it. This is a very tricky question. So what happens? Remember, like I said, we had a class last semester where we had 62 students. So it's not practical for me to assist 62 students on a one-on-one basis and say, you call me, I go through your assignment with you, and then I make sure that it's perfect with you. That is very not practical. I'll be lying to you if I say that I'm going to do that. However, number one, if you are going through your assignment and you have a problem that you're saying, James, here, I'm not really understanding it, feel free to call me. I will answer you in a minute or in 2 minutes. But I will not say, send me your assignment, let me go through it. Unfortunately, that is not practical. I don't want to lie to you. That is not practical. But you can call me and I can give you advice. That is part of the consultation that you will be what? That you'll be getting. Then secondly, if there is, let's say that we've done an assignment together as a group of students, right? And then after the assignment is done, when you guys are doing the assignment, let's say that 50% of you are saying, James, we did that lecture, but we are really struggling with question number 4. Can the tutor come back for at least 30 minutes on Thursday and help us go again through question number 4? That is actually very, very plausible. That is something that we can what? That we can do. We can just agree, guys, 6 o'clock on Thursday, let's meet again for 30 minutes. We want to go again through question number 4 because you guys saying you don't understand what was in the what was in the lecture that you had done with the tutor. So that is also something that we can do. But for me to say that for each and every student of the students that I've paid, that I'm going to go through each and every assignment of you and verify if you did what we agreed, unfortunately, that doesn't work. But you don't need to worry. Most from our previous experience, most of the students that follow the advice that we have given them, that go through the sample that we have given them, they usually have got very good pass marks. There are very few assignments where we have had problems where students get 55% or 60%. Most of the pass marks are 70%, 80%. They're usually very good. There are just those problematic modules like managerial economics. I know that one usually is a little bit of a struggle for most students, especially if you've never done economics before. But 99% of the students that go through our classes, they usually get very good pass marks. All right. Any other questions? I think I've answered all of the questions on the chat.
James?
Uh-huh.
Yes, I have one question. So I just need you to elaborate the 1,4,000 that we'll be doing for the classes. You'll be sharing the videos, and then with the extras for 250, is it excluded or it's going to be included? And what are those videos that we'll be doing during the sessions before the examinations? How is that like?
All right.
How are we going to
Right.
what videos that
right,
we'll be doing?
Okay. All right. Let me explain it like this again. There are two things there that you're looking at. You're looking at 1,000 and you're looking at 250. You can see I've indicated the benefits included. The benefits included there are for the 1,000. That's the benefits included there. So which means that if you pay us $1,000 for a module, you are going to get at least one class for each assignment, right? So which means that if you, in that module, there are 2 assignments, it means you're going to get 2 classes minimum. So there's at least one class for each assignment. Then in addition to that one class for each assignment, you're going to get the recordings for each assignment. Then you're going to get the sample solution for each assignment. Then in addition to that, you are going to get pre-recorded videos of previous assignments from 2023, from 2022, from 2020 that we did with other students. You are going to get pre-recorded past exam paper revision classes that we did in 2024, in 2023, right? You're going to get those pre-recorded videos. So that this is like for your extra reading when you are preparing for your exam, you can go through those videos. They can assist you for you to get better acquainted with the exam at the end of the semester. But if this is not enough, then in November, towards the exam dates, we are going to have some exam preparation classes that will be costing $250 for each module. You can also join those. if that is not enough for you to prepare for the exam, what we have currently sent you. I hope that's clear.
So sorry to come in here, James. Like, since there's a class starting as early as tomorrow, how does that work in terms of payment must be done by today? What must happen?
Yes. So this is what I was now highlighting, right? So for those, for example, those that have got a class tomorrow that is happening tomorrow, you text me, James, I want to join the class that is tomorrow. If you cannot afford to pay the 1,000 for that module, this is where I was talking about the payment terms. You highlight to me, James, I think I can afford to pay 500 for now, or I think I can afford to pay 400 for now. And then the balance, I'm going to pay it on this specific debt. You highlight to me, we can work with that. We don't have a problem with the installment plans as long as we stick to what we've agreed on. But the first key step is you need to message me on the number that I provided. You need to message me, highlight your interest, and then you can highlight how you propose that you can do your payment terms. If I'm agreeable with that, then we are good to go. So I create separate groups for the students that have made their deposits. So I'm going to send my banking details. It's Varsity Unlimited Tutors in case someone tries to do something funny. It's Varsity Unlimited Tutors. It's an FNB account. I'm going to send it through the groups, right? So you send me a message, you confirm, I send you the banking details, you make your deposit, I'll add you to the paid group for that module that you are interested in, right? I believe that answers you.
Yeah, sure, thanks.
Sure. All right, I think I've answered you guys. Any other questions before I dismiss? If there's anything that you did not understand, you can still call me. You can call me after this class, or you can call me tomorrow morning. I know it's a bit late right now, but you can call me after the class, or you can call me tomorrow morning and we can discuss more, or we can just chat on WhatsApp. Please be patient when you're calling me or chatting me on WhatsApp. You can see there are 52 of you in this class already. So sometimes when you try to send me a message or a call, someone else might be on the line. I do have some PAs that I work with, but they are usually available during the week. Weekends, sometimes they may not be available. But feel free to text me or WhatsApp me.
James, maybe before you leave,
Okay?
are we using the same platform for the classes? I mean, the Zoom platform.
Yes, we use Zoom.
Okay, so meaning that it will only be made available to those who have paid, right?
Yes, correct. You can see that there is a password and the whatnot when you do your Zoom. So we only send the link to the students that have paid and we give them the password. And usually if someone has paid, they are very, very stingy with giving their friend. But also, it also means if I know that there are 3 students that paid for it, usually there are more than that. Because like I said, we can get up to 60 sometimes. But I can usually also track. If I know that there are 10 students that paid for a class, then I cannot have a class that is being attended by 20 people. It means that there's some funny business that is what? That is happening. I can always take that back. But the links are only available to the students that have paid for the classes. Take note of that. If you still have questions about us, like legitimacy, go on YouTube. Search for Varsity Unlimited Tutors. We have a channel there that has got over 1,000 videos that you can see that, you know, these guys are legit. That is, if you've never dealt with me. I know a number of you, we were together when you're doing your first years and your advanced diplomas and whatnot. But for those of you that are new, feel free to go on YouTube and check Varsity Unlimited Tutors on YouTube. There's quite a lot of videos that you can also go through there. All right, guys, I think I'm done for today, unless if
Hi, James.
Yes.
Yeah, I think this will be the last one. Since you're the one, or since your PAs are the ones who created the groups that you send these links to, what's going to happen to the groups? Are you going to delete them if maybe some of them didn't join or anything like that? Are you going to delete the groups and only leave the ones for the people who paid for the classes, or what's going to happen to those groups that
Oh,
you
no.
created?
The current groups that you guys are in, don't worry about them. Those are your groups. I know I'm the one who created them.
Because
But
I saw some of them, some of the messages were deleted by admins in the groups.
All right.
And I was not sure why some of the
Okay.
messages
All
deleted
right.
by admins in the
All
group.
right.
Yeah.
No, that's now okay. I don't really like answering this question, but let me answer it for you. That's more of an administrative issue. One of the reasons, I'll give an example. One of the reasons why we delete certain messages in certain groups. So, for example, we create these groups so that, remember, I'm a tutor by profession. That's what I do. I teach by profession. So you will notice that sometimes there can be other tutors out there that also want to do the same business that I'm doing. So if I create a group and I put students in the group, the students can discuss whatever it is that they're discussing. But if I see someone posting a link to another group, I've created an information knowledge management group, and someone sends a link for another information knowledge management group, I'm going to delete it. That's obvious. I'm going to delete it because
Okay,
yeah,
that makes sense. It's because I didn't even see what was deleted. That thing when you wake up in the morning and some messages are deleted.
Yeah. It
No, that's
happens
fine.
like that. Or let's say, for another example, I'm just talking as a business person. I'm sure all of you understand. So let's say that there's another tutor who sends an advert that they're also doing tutorials in the same group that I've created. I'm going to delete it. I'm also a businessman. I'm also trying to protect what I'm trying to do. So I'm going to delete it. I'm going to delete it. If they want to, they can create their own group. I'm just going to delete it. So those are some of the messages that I know that sometimes we can be at loggerheads. I get that. We can be at loggerheads. You can send something in the group, I deleted, you don't like that I deleted it. You can give me a call and say, James, you deleted my message, but I don't think that message should have deleted it. I get that. But those groups are your groups. You guys can discuss what you want to discuss. As long as I feel like you guys are doing something that really doesn't really change anything for me, then it's fine. You guys can discuss what you need. You can even discuss sometimes the assignments in the group. So what I just don't usually like is where, number one, if I see if it's a different tutor who's not me, then they should just create their own group where they're using my groups for that. Or if I see, for example, maybe someone takes an assignment that we have done and sends it in the group. That doesn't make sense. Someone paid for that assignment and you're sending it in the whole group. That doesn't make sense. I'll, of course, delete messages like what. So those are certain things that can happen as we go along. I know it's a WhatsApp group, it's a public group. There can be some disagreements here and there. But I think that answers you. All right.
Yeah. Thank you, Jim.
All right, sharp. All right, guys. Feel free to WhatsApp me, feel free to message me, feel free to call me. What I'll just do is after this class, I'll send the video. I'll send my banking details. The reason why I want to send my banking details is I know there are people that are funny. They will just say, I'm James, and send you some banking details, and then you end up getting duped by someone. So I'll send the video, I'll send my banking details so that it's clear which are my banking details for those that are interested. If you're not interested, just ignore my messages. I might send a couple of messages, especially this next week or so, but after that, I will not really be sending any messages. I'll just be dealing with those that paid. All right, good night, guys. Thank you for coming through.